guys, hope you guys are doing well. Today I decided to film me setting up my sinking funds spread. I went ahead and put in all of my stickers already just because it takes me a really long time to do. But I guess before we get started in filling this in, I'll show you what my February spread from the beginning looks like. So last year I also used the Erin Condren, I forget what they're called now. I feel like they changed the name. It used to be like a monthly deluxe planner in the 7x9, but they kind of changed it this year and there are way more blank pages. So I kind of had to figure out what I want to do with each page just to, like, you know, make the most of the space. I'm still trying to figure it out, but I think this month is way better than January's. So yeah, I haven't filled anything in yet. I kind of just laid down my stickers. So this is my monthly view. Super basic and simple. And this is where I like to track all my spending and expenses. So next I have my savings challenge. I like to keep track of my saving challenges here just in case, you know, it's just a nice visual to have. And at the end of the year, even though I will be counting all the cash, it's just nice to see the numbers visually every single month. And I also keep track of my investments. I know investments fluctuate obviously every single day, but it's just nice to see a number at the end of the month. This page is a little random. I don't like that they put this page here. I feel like they should have put it here, but whatever. This is just kind of like a weird overview page. These are just things I like to track, but I don't want to have specific pages for them, I guess. So for this little box, I am going to be putting some things I am thankful for, maybe some verses from the Bible, I don't know, just things about gratitude. Goals, I like to list 4 goals for the month. I typically do one based around my debt. I have another one based around reading. What else? Can't remember off the top of my head, but I just put different goals for different categories. This is my favorite box. This is new songs. So every single month on my Apple Music, I make a new playlist for that specific month for new songs I've discovered or just songs that I'm just super into during that month. And it's just always super interesting to go back to specific months just to see what my music taste was like, because my music taste spans through like every single genre. So yeah, I just think it would be fun to look back in my physical planner. And this is like my book little rectangle. On the side I'm probably just gonna like draw spines of the books that I read with the title, and then here I usually have the number of books I read, number of pages I read, like how many 5 stars I had, just like random like little stats that I like to keep track of. I don't know, super nerdy, but yeah. Next page we have the monthly income. So this is where I'm gonna put all my streams of income and, you know, track it. These 2 categories are kind of like new for me. I found myself every single month having to like take out a little like sticky note or like a separate notebook where I like plan out exactly how I'm going to break down each of my paychecks. I am not a $0 based budgeter, so I'm just gonna try it out for this month. If it works for me, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Not a big deal. Next is my expenses. So this is where I'm going to put my fixed expenses and then my variable expenses. And then I have my weekly check-in. I typically only check in for like 5-ish categories, which is why I only fit it in one page. Next, we have sinking funds, which is what we're going to focus on today. And then my debt tracker, and then I also added this little section of debt payoff plan. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to be doing with it yet. I just felt like because my little debt section was so tiny, I didn't know what else to put here. So I guess I'll just see like if I'm on track and like if I can like move around my debt plan for the year based on what I accomplished during the month. So we'll see. Here I do have a small business, so I put my business expenses here. This is where it gets kind of off the topic of budgeting, just because I had an extra page. So I made a reading log. I am super into reading and I like to keep track of it. So this is where I'm just gonna write all the book information for all the books that I read during the month. And then I am super nerdy and love to keep track of my favorite quotes. So any quotes that I find from books, TV shows, movies, whatever, I like to write them down. In high school, I used to have notebooks on notebooks on notebooks of just quotes. Like I would just find quotes and just write them in notebooks. And then last but not least, we have the last page for the month, and it is my results page. In theory, I probably should have made my script stickers a different color to make them stand out a bit more, but it's fine, whatever. This is gonna be the first month that I'm gonna be doing this. It's just gonna kind of be like the last overview of like how I did for the month, how my spending was, how much I paid off my debt, everything like that. Okay, let's go back to sinking funds. I like to write everything first. Like I like to write all my categories first and then draw my lines. I don't know. That's just how I do it. So first category is going to be home. Oh gosh. Zoom in a little bit more. Okay, so home, and then next we're gonna do school. So these two are actually in a bank account, and this is just to save up, I don't know, for a future house, future down payment. And this is just a way for me to start saving more up for my OSAP loans. I am paying the monthly payment, but this is just going to be like a lump sum that I save, and then when I reach a certain point, I'll just put it towards my loans. Next ones are going to be my cash envelopes. So then we have monthly. Monthly are all of my like yearly subscriptions that I split up between the 12 months. Next is Finley. Finley is my dog. Next we have travel. Next we have Costco / groceries. Next is gifts. Next is taxes. Next is phone. Next is household. Next we have nurse. And for those that are new here, I did graduate from nursing school and I passed my exam, but I'm just saving up for my licensing fee and just like any requirements I need to pay for before actually practicing. I don't really plan to practice anytime soon, but it's better to save up now. So I actually added a new sinking fund, which is stationery / books. I've really been trying to hone in on like what I really spend my money on. And for me, it's a lot of stationery, lots of books. So I decided to create a separate sinking fund for it. The next ones aren't really sinking funds, but I do have envelopes for them, so I like to keep them in this spread. Next is rent, then utilities. I like to group all of my utilities, so this includes my internet bill, cable bill, water, hydro, and gas. And then last but not least, we have savings challenge. So I am doing 2 savings challenges now, but I only really track one of them. I'm like the worst person at making straight lines. Even if I use a ruler, it somehow ends up being diagonal. So I can't tell if that looks bad, but it's fine. Cool. I can't really fill in the started column because I haven't closed out my January budget yet. It is currently January 22nd, so we're almost at the end of the month, but not there yet. I'm just going to be filling in the added column. Okay, cool. Oh my god, they're really diagonal, but it's okay. So for home is getting $50. School is also getting $50. There's no real rhyme or reason to how I decide where things go. It's kind of just like priorities, and at the beginning of every year I set myself some goals for each of my categories. Certain ones are more consistent than others. Like for monthly, I knew exactly what the totals are for each of my subscriptions, added those all together and divided them by how many months I had to pay them off, and then I got that I needed to put in $40 a month. For other ones, it's more just like I just picked a number that was a goal for myself for the year, and then I divided it by 12, and that's how I figured out how much I should be putting in monthly. And obviously some months, because I'm not getting paid salary, my paychecks fluctuate, so some months I have to prioritize some things over others, but for the most part these numbers will stay relatively the same. So for travel's getting $50. Next one is going to be Costco / groceries. I actually have a lot in this one, and because I live in Toronto, we are currently in a stay-at-home order, so I haven't really gone out to buy anything. So I'm actually not going to fund this envelope this month. So this one is going to be getting 0. Gifts is getting $40. Okay. Taxes is getting $50. Phone is getting $50 as well. Household is getting $30. There's a few things I am saving up for my house. I really want to get a keyboard stand because I have nowhere to place my keyboard, so saving up for that. And as well, I want to save up for a stand-up mirror. Nurse is getting $20. Stationery / books is getting $50. Rent is getting $5.75. Utilities is getting $1.80. And then my savings challenge is getting $200. Wow, my writing is really messy. I'm so sorry. Yeah, that's pretty much it for my sinking funds. Let me just grab my washi tape. So that is all for my sinking funds. Hopefully this was helpful to someone out there. If not, that's okay. But I hope you enjoyed. Please give it a thumbs up if you did enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe to see more budget content. I'm also coming out with some bookish content and some Disney content soon, which is exciting. But yeah, I'll see you guys next week. Okay, bye.